Oh, very good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us here in LFS for this huge Premier League game on this Sunday afternoon. Nothing much bigger than this in English football. Manchester United against Liverpool, two of the most successful clubs in the country, face off once again, and it is all in the fight for third. A win for either would put them in third place today. Man United start there and 3 ahead of their rivals, but Liverpool could end the day there if they come to Old Trafford and win for the second successive season. But for Manchester United, they're looking to do the league double over Liverpool for the first time since 2016. After their win at Anfield earlier in the season, it is certainly on the cards today. Let's have a look at the weekend already. There's a game in play at the moment. 2 o'clock kickoff from the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth beating Crystal Palace by 2-0 as it stands. Just over 20 minutes to go in that one. Goals there. An own goal from Jefferson Lerma, and Eli Junior Krupi from the penalty spot has given it a 2-goal advantage for Bournemouth. But here at Old Trafford, it is Man United and Liverpool as the feature of the day, the main event of the day. And let's have a look at the two teams, starting with Manchester United. Sene Lammens in goal. A back four of Diogo Dalot, Harry Maguire, Aidan Heaven and Luke Shaw. Casemiro is alongside Kobbie Mainoo in midfield, with captain Bruno Fernandes in the 10. And a front three of Brandon Bomo, Matej Cunha and Benjamin Šeško. On the bench being Deir, Malacia, Mazraoui, Yoro, Dorgu, Ugarte, Mount, Ahmad and Zirkzee. Well, for Liverpool, it's injuries galore. No Salah, no Ekitike, and also no Isak now. So Liverpool are the bare bones. Freddie Woodman, their third choice goalkeeper, with no Mohamedashvili or Alisson either. So Woodman starts. At right back is Curtis Jones with no Bradley. As Konate and Van Dijk continue at centre backs. Robertson continues at left back. Ryan Gravenberch alongside Alexis McAllister in midfield. Dominic Szoboszlai we feel is in the 10. Frimpong off the right. Wirtz off the left, and Cody Gakpo starts as the auxiliary centre forward for Liverpool this afternoon. On the bench, Pesci, Gomez, Kerkez, Njai, Nyoni, Morrison, Chiesa, Ungamoa and Wrights. So a Liverpool team with not many options off the bench, but a Man United side who are in form and certainly have got the options if they need them. But this is always a fixture. It always comes down to who plays the better over the 90 minutes. It's never about form. It's never about who's on the pitch. But it's about who can do the better against the other. We'll find out. It's a huge game this Sunday afternoon in the start of May. Bank holiday weekend. There's no better fixture for it. It's Man United. It's Liverpool at Old Trafford. Kickoff is next. A very good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us for this one here on LFS on Premier League Live. Thank you very much for your company this afternoon. Man United against Liverpool. No bigger a game in English football. The bragging rights are certainly always on the line when these two meet. And the second time this season they will come and clash horns. But this time Liverpool with a lot of changes. No recognised centre forward. Isak and Ekitike both out injured. And of course no Mo Salah. So an issue for Liverpool in that front. But options certainly a bear all over the field for the visitors. For Manchester United quite the opposite. As strong as they probably feel they could get to face Liverpool. So no better a time than now for them to show up and get the job done. United of course in their red strip, white shorts, black socks. Liverpool in their away strip of kind of whitish grey shirts, reds trimmings and black shorts for Liverpool. And it will be the visitors that will get us underway here at Old Trafford. And it will be Dominic Szoboszlai to get the game underway. And we're off and running here at the Theatre of Dreams is the name that is so well known. One of the most well-known stadiums in the country, around Europe. And certainly two of the biggest teams around the world. And millions across the globe tune in for this one. When these two massive, huge football clubs face off in any game against each other. And this no different. The business end of the season. A lot on the line when it comes to Champions League football. Remember, Manchester United and Liverpool could possibly give themselves a chance at all but Champions League football today. Manchester United, as it stands, 9 clear of Bournemouth. A point or a win for them today for United would secure Champions League. For Liverpool, they can't confirm it today, even with a win, but a win would put them 9 clear of Bournemouth after the level number of games, and with a better goal difference would mean they would be in a superior position. Bit of a press here as Maguire hooks it up the field. Robertson holds off and Mbeumo. So it comes through to Šeško, challenged by Konate, but the space given up here by Dalot. Now finds Mbeumo. Mbeumo onto the right. Fernandes across, and Van Dijk put a foot in. And Weerts trying to break away. Nicely held on to here by Liverpool, but Weerts a little bit wayward in his return ball there to Curtis Jones. That one's given away, and it's fired across towards Šeško. And hooked clear again by Robertson. Positive start for Man United, but the flag was up anyway. Ultimately on that occasion, you see this a little bit short, the return ball, and Robertson a little bit loose there to try and find Weerts, and then Šeško did just drift offside from the Fernandes cross, and free kick to Liverpool. Now, it certainly won't be an easy game for Liverpool. Players out of position, players having to deputise in different roles today. Very makeshift looking Liverpool team, but at the end of the day, they have a job to do. The 11 out there, the only ones that can do it. It's that simple. It's not easy to win at Old Trafford at the best of times, or get anything out at Old Trafford at the best of times, but United have been much stronger at home this season. 11 league wins, 3 draws and 3 defeats from their 17 previous home games. This is their penultimate home game of the season. For Liverpool away from home, they've been in and out really. They don't draw many on the road. They've won 7, lost 7 of their 17 away games this season. 3 draws. And have conceded more than they've scored. Very minimal difference. 25 points for Liverpool on the road this season, as them averaging 5th in away form this season. So not a poor away run, but certainly don't offer much. They're very in and out when they're on the road, Liverpool. They can show up and win, but they can also stink out the place and fall to a big loss. It's Freddie Woodman trying to distribute the ball there, played it massively short. Here's Mbeumo. He's closed down well, but McAllister got a little loose. Ball's a bit ping-pongy here at the minute. Here's Mbeumo as he brings it down. Onto his left, swings it in, just over the head of Šeško. Behind for a goal kick. Again, better from Benjamin Šeško. Good run. Brandon Mbeumo picked up on this ball. It was a little bit loose from Freddie Woodman, the Liverpool goalkeeper. Trying to find Robertson, but undercooked that outfield ball massively. And as Mbeumo gets into a space here on the right channel, he just lifts it with his left foot towards Šeško at the back post, and double marked there was Benjamin Šeško. Nicely defended by Liverpool in the end, but Šeško certainly made himself a danger against Konate and Curtis Jones. Here's Mbeumo. Not able to get the ball there was Weerts, but he nicks it away here. And it's going to be pulled back for a foul, I believe. I think the referee gave a handball there against Florian Weerts. Darren England is our referee this afternoon, our VAR Stuart Atwell for this one. And inside 5 minutes at Old Trafford, it's been Man United who've been the side in the ascendancy. Liverpool struggling to get the ball down and to really take much possession in the early doors here. Maguire. Dalot, lovely ball round the corner, and Mbeumo fires across, and the shot from Šeško was deflected. It will be a corner. I mean, it's really beautiful play, but Liverpool far too easy to open up here. Really easily beaten. It's good from Konate to make the challenge, but far too easy for them to get towards Benjamin Šeško here, Man United, all of a sudden. Bournemouth to take this Man United corner on the right hand side, the first corner of the game. Bournemouth left footed, cleared away at the near post, but it drops to the edge of the area, and Cunha has 2 goes and finds the corner. Matheus Cunha, and Manchester United's dominant start has fruits. They take the lead inside 6 minutes. Liverpool were hanging on for dear life from the off, but it didn't take long for United to find the breakthrough. Cunha had 2 swipes at it, and the second found its way past Woodman, and Manchester United lead by a goal to 0. You have to say Liverpool have been down and out from the off, and Man United find the moments, find the goal. Again, it's in Bournemouth, it's cleared away at the front post by Robertson, but not enough for Liverpool to really break and close it down. And Cunha had 2 goes at it, and as he has the shot from the edge of the box the second time round, it takes a bounce and a deflection. As we see it here again, Cunha with his left foot deflects off the back of Alexis McAllister, that takes it past Freddie Woodman. Man United 1, Liverpool 0. Perfect start for United, but a horror start for Liverpool. And all what probably Man United have deserved so far. They've been electric from the open, and they find a deserved lead. That was nice from McAllister. Ball finds its way here to Szoboszlai. Now Frimpong, he clips it into the area. Header down by Gakpo is wide, but the flag was up anyway against Cody Gakpo. A difficult job for Cody Gakpo there to really deputise at centre forward. He's done it a couple of times for Liverpool, but he just strides offside in behind Maguire here. I mean, the header was poor, but he was offside anyway, it didn't matter. Another goal at the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth have added a 3rd to their lead against Crystal Palace. So they're in high flying at the moment. Rayan with the 3rd goal. So it is Bournemouth 3 at Crystal Palace 0. And Bournemouth's chase for top 6 in European football is continuing from stride to stride, from strength to strength. I mean, Bournemouth have been absolutely fantastic as of recently in the Premier League. Still on this incredible unbeaten run since they lost to Arsenal on the 3rd of January. They are still unbeaten in the Premier League, Bournemouth, and they are charging towards another victory. It is Bournemouth 3, Crystal Palace 0. A win for Bournemouth would take them up to 6th, their 12th win of the season. 52 points they would have. Excuse me, 52 points, and will be just 6 behind Aston Villa in 5th, with Villa to play a little later on this evening, and they will be a couple of points ahead of those in and around them in battling for that 6th place finish. All positive there for Bournemouth. Positive start here for Michael Carrick's Manchester United. They've been the form side since he was appointed. 29 points since Michael Carrick was appointed as United manager. Here come Liverpool with a bit of space. Well, closed down away from McAllister. Sliding tackle by Szoboszlai, as Gravenberch retrieves here for the visitors. McAllister. Wide it goes to Ryan Gravenberch, but back to Curtis Jones. Konate to Van Dijk, and now Robertson back across to Virgil van Dijk. Konate. Jones finding the gap for McAllister in the middle, and now Szoboszlai. Not much options as he rolls it down the right. Gravenberch's cross was hooked away by Heaven. Better from Liverpool, good possession in response to United taking the lead. Liverpool have responded well in the last few minutes. Got the ball down, taking a bit of possession, trying to find their opportunities against United. Being patient, Jones looking for the run of Szoboszlai. It was well marshalled, well seen out there by Aidan Heaven. He does fantastically 1v1 against the Hungarian. It is a goal kick. well, the stat that was coming into this game that Man United had only won 1 of their last 7 home games against Liverpool. That was a 2-1 victory in August of 2022. Liverpool have won 3 of the last 5 trips to Old Trafford, including their first under Arne Slot very early in his tenure at the start of last season. They won 3-0 here, Liverpool. Luis Diaz with 2 and Mo Salah with the 3rd. Of course, none of those players are involved. Neither of those are involved. Luis Diaz now at Bayern Munich and Salah injured today for Liverpool. Push there on Kobbie Mainoo by Szoboszlai. He's going to be punished. That's going to be a free kick. Included in those wins for Liverpool was a 5-0 win back in October 2021 and a 4-2 victory in May of 2021. The last time they played each other this late in the season at Old Trafford, Liverpool won by 4-2. He did go 1-0 down in that game in the COVID season. Szoboszlai very anticipatory there, but the pass didn't have the same skill. Gravenberch does well to break it apart. Now finds Gakpo. Robertson breaking down the left here for Liverpool, but runs into trouble in Dalot. Overrun himself there a little bit, Robertson. He did well to recover against Mbeumo and wins Liverpool the throw in high up the field here. Well, it's been interesting the fact that Andy Robertson, of course, will leave the football club at the end of the season. That's lovely from Gravenberch in a tight space. Beautiful from Gravenberch. Now Szoboszlai out to Frimpong. He's got bodies in the middle. Frimpong with a cut back almost sails his team into a difficult position. Just about recover. McAllister out wide to Robertson. McAllister again. And Weerts has to revert it back to Virgil van Dijk. Passing it around with a bit of pace, Liverpool. That was a little bit lazy from McAllister though. And now it's left them a little exposed, and Mbeumo, patient, waits for the run in behind. Here is Cunha. First time across. Benjamin Šeško! Good save out of Freddie Woodman. He wants a foul here, Šeško. He went down. He's back up on his feet now. Shaw crossed in. Fernandes across. Another great save, but it's going to find a way in. And Benjamin Šeško's going to make it too. I don't know how that's happened, but it has. And Manchester United double their lead. Liverpool have probably had the better of the last 5-10 minutes since United scored. But it is United who scored again. And it is Benjamin Šeško who inadvertently knocks it over the line. Freddie Woodman tried his best to keep it out, but he couldn't on those occasions. And Man United in a commanding early lead here. It all comes from poor Liverpool play. It's Šeško, beautiful through ball. No one tracking the run of Matej Cunha. He plays a first time ball to Šeško. Beautiful ball. It's a good save by Woodman. But as it's reverted back out, it's nicely recycled by Cunha again. Then it comes back here to Shaw. He whips it to the back post. Fernandes heads across. Well onside. And keeper Woodman tries to clear it. It comes off the chest of Šeško. And it's 2-0 to Manchester United. Really good header by Fernandes. And it's ultimately the keeper trying to keep it out of his net. In the end, deflects it off the Man United striker and into the Liverpool net. Well, not the start at all that Liverpool were thinking was going to happen. But the theatre of dreams dared to dream today. A Liverpool side who would struggle without key players. A Liverpool side who are at the bare bones when it comes to their squad this season with injuries. They dared to dream, and they're dreaming. And they are loving this first 15 minutes. Well, VAR are checking for a possible handball here, though. I don't know where that handball is, but if they get this, Liverpool, that is incredibly lucky. It looks like so Woodman palms the ball, but it comes onto the leg of Šeško, and then they feel that it might come off his arm before it goes into the net, and directly from his arm into the net. Therefore, that can't stand because it would be a handball. Ooh, it does clip his fingers, but are they going to get away with this, Liverpool? Well, VAR Stuart Atwell was checking. Darren England will relay this information to Virgil van Dijk and Bruno Fernandes. Don't know what information he is relaying, but the decision is goal. After a VAR check, they confirm it as goal. It would have been harsh to disallow, you have to say, but maybe the slice of luck in this fixture that's just needed. Not the luck that Liverpool needed at all. They have struggled. And Liverpool are at 6s and 7s, and they need to be careful. That was nicely done, though. Robertson down the line to Weerts. Weerts pings one across the area, blocked by Maguire. Robertson retrieves. Liverpool have had a lot of the ball, and we're looking like the side that we're pushing. It all started with a sloppy pass, and then what ensued was just calamity, really, from the visitors. Just did not recover well at all. We'll get the throw in here on the right. Arne Slot watches on. He went to his knees. Couldn't believe the second goal, but his side have not started well at all without the ball. They've looked really vulnerable, really open defensively. I think the only way Liverpool can get anything out of this game is they just outscore Manchester United. It's that simple. Man United defence that's found a bit of solidity recently. That's lovely from Šeško. Running past Liverpool players for fun here. I mean, what on earth is that? Fabulous from Šeško. He ultimately is dispossessed, but quality was fabulous. Weerts trying to play the ball through there again. It's very bitty in the midfield. Frimpong picks it up back to Weerts. Now back to Curtis Jones. Well, the question really is, does the idea change here from Liverpool, because they have been caught out and have been second best from the start. They need to have the next goal if there is going to be one soon, because it goes 3-0. They really are in a dangerous spot, Liverpool. A really dangerous spot. Gravenberch wide here to Curtis Jones. Into McAllister, back to Gravenberch. Konate. He drifts it out to the right hand side, finds Frimpong. So work it back to Konate. Just under 20 minutes gone. Man United 2, Liverpool 0. Nice little 1-2s there, but Frimpong easily marked out of the game. That one will actually go out for a Liverpool throw. Man United sitting deeper and Liverpool with the ball, but they've no need to get on the ball and do much at the minute, United. Try and hit Liverpool on the counter. If they do mess up, you've got all the space to counter. You've got the ability. We've already seen that. Man United firmly in control despite Liverpool with the ball here. Haven't had a shot yet, Liverpool, despite all this possession they've had. Boschlei on the turn. He's drifting forward. Out wide it goes to Gakpo. A little bit of a readjustment there from Liverpool, possibly. Back to Gakpo's gone wide, just to try and get on the ball and make something happen. McAllister. Wide to Jones. Looks for the early cross. Bobbles down. Jones takes it down, finding Gravenberch now. Frimpong. Round the corner. Weerts. Drifting it across. Szoboszlai with a block. Frimpong in a battle. The United player goes down. Now the counter-attack could be on here. Fernandez looking to ping one for Šeško. He's got Konate for company. That one will have too much pace. Seen behind for a goal kick. Šeško wanted the foul there, but there's nothing in that. Yeah, there was a nudge there by Ibrahima Konate, but the referee didn't see a foul. A little bit lucky, I have to say, there to get away with that there, Konate. "22 minutes gone. Man United 2, Liverpool 0 here at Old Trafford. Cunha with the first, Šeško with the second. United very much in control as Woodman looking to find Gakpo on the left. Dalot got in the battle, but the second ball brought down by Weerts. Not helped out too much as Mbeumo wins it back, and the flick ball over the top, looking for the run of Mbeumo. Ends up in the hands of the Liverpool goalkeeper. McAllister. Nice turn by Gravenberch. Again, run into trouble in Aiden Heaven. Shaw. Very tight space, but really nicely worked again for Man United. The combination play has been really, really good. Look at the space that's being given up here as Van Dijk just intercepts. Gakpo on the inside of his man. Still going here, Cody Gakpo. Nicely done. Finds Weerts. Gravenberch to Frimpong. Szoboszlai. Konate. McAllister now to Gakpo, who hits it wide. That was a good chance. For a split second, it looked like it was going to bend its way into the net. See this again on the half turn, and Gakpo wasn't too far away. Not a bad effort there from the Dutchman. Liverpool's first shot of the game. Gakpo making his first involvement in the final third. Van Dijk there. Just heading back to Woodman. Szoboszlai out muscled there in the challenge. Frimpong on the chase to try and press for the ball back. Lamans hooks it up the field. Penalty in the battle. McAllister. Konate. Jones has to go back to his goalkeeper. McAllister. Now, Liverpool have been on a better run of form as of recently. 3 league victories in a row. 2-0 against Fulham, 2-1 away at Everton, which was a big win in the derby, and then the 3-1 victory against Crystal Palace last week. 3 league wins in a row for the Reds has really catapulted them into the mix in the top 5 and on the chase for United, but as it stands, that chase is going to come to an end, it seems, today already, but long way to go. But Liverpool looking to get the job done of getting Champions League football for next season, which is a minimum, and regroup and think about what's coming next season for Liverpool. Arne Slot will stay on as the manager. That has been relayed. That's nice play. Szoboszlai, too many passes. They got to the edge of the box and they pass it out of the box there, Liverpool. Just try and have the shot instead of just trying to be too cute. And look at this, United patient and have all the space they would ever want here. Dalot bursting away. Finds Mbeumo. Counter-attack is on. Mbeumo across. Ah, the shots! Goodness me, Fernandes. Should have been 3. Really should have been 3. But again, Liverpool are all over the place on the counter-attack. I mean, how? Andy Robertson's driving infield when he's got a winger 10 yards wide. Trying on the literally sitting on the backside of Virgil van Dijk. No one tracking runners into the box. I mean, Liverpool have been shocking defensively from the start here on the counter-attack. Man United look like they could score every time they break forward from those positions. Jones steps in, finds Weerts, who's in a tricky spot. They work it out nicely, the midfielders. McAllister to Gakpo. Now round the corner to Weerts. He chops onto his right, trying to find the corner. Just dragged it wide there, the German. Nice idea, nice play. That's kind of where Liverpool can have their joy if they're just a little bit sharper in the area. Twice we've seen them break off that left-hand side. Gakpo did it a few minutes ago. Weerts has now done it. Sometimes Liverpool are just a little bit too passive in the final third. Just be a bit more aggressive. Take the shot on a little bit earlier. When you're 2-0 down, you've really no choice but to be a bit more aggressive in the final third and just be a bit more flash. Maguire. Fernandes closed out. Van Dijk trying to close that down, but nicely got away by Fernandes to Aiden Heaven. That's nicely done by Cunha. Well, one back though by Curtis Jones in the challenge. Kravenberg to Konate. Jones. Well, it has been. I mean, Liverpool have had more possession. It's averaging 62% of the ball, Liverpool, in the first 29 minutes. So they've had a lot more of the ball. Man United with a 2-goal lead. And of course, that's the most important stat of the game, the scoreline. But we've seen that very often where Liverpool have a lot of the ball, but end up being caught out on the counter-attack and end up being the team that are less kind of threatening. Seems like Liverpool have become a team that struggle when they have a lot of the ball, and a team that can't play possession-based football without the threat of a counter-attack against them, and looks so vulnerable from the counter. It was said from the very start of the season, Liverpool really do look open on the counter. Aiden Heaven going on a little run here for Man United. Frimpong trying to get in his way, and in the end Frimpong commits a foul. A lovely ball. Dallow across. Canati got his head to that to clear it. It's Gakpo finding McAllister. Dragged it back and was patient to find Szoboszlai. A tight space to work out of, but again, no options for Szoboszlai to try and find. Tries to be too cute. Gives the ball away. They also seem to have no real game intelligence, Liverpool. And that's a real bizarre thing to say about a team that were champions last year. They don't seem to understand. You know, Szoboszlai in that position. There's two players around him. He's no passes on. There's no intelligence to go, I'll just try and win a throw-in. Take the game, reset, let's get going again. They try and make the pass. It just isn't there. And you're too wasteful with the ball. And that's just simple game intelligence. And the fact that you just win the throw-in, you reset, you go again. But it's the kind of incessant nature that they need to make something happen now. There's no patience, no understanding, no kind of cohesion as a team. It is really, really worrying. At this stage of the season, I mean, you're at the last stage of the season. Still, these issues from the very beginning of the campaign remain. Bruno Fernandes to take this free kick. Swung into the box, headed away by Van Dijk. Dallow will retrieve in the edge of the area, trying to find his international teammate Fernandes, but that one's well over hit. Goal kick. Oh, thank you very much, Nova, in the chat there. Down this that our sidebar still says 1-0. Forgot to change that. All over, by the way, between Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. It's finished Bournemouth 3, Crystal Palace 0. So a big victory for Bournemouth, continuing their unbeaten run in the Premier League. And Crystal Palace back-to-back defeats for them in the league. But certainly Palace mid-table, just trying to have their season done and dusted and reset in the summer for them. Oliver Glasner leaving. Cunha bundled over. Referee said no foul. Now here's Curtis Jones trying to work the ball out, but yeah, not much for Liverpool there again. Canati, being wrestled there back by Matej Cunha. Referee gave a free kick there. Veert's in a bit of pain here. His right ankle seems to be the issue. Maybe just a little bit of pain rather than anything else, but should be okay to continue the German. And the last thing Liverpool need is more injuries in attacking areas. As I said already, without Isak, Ekitike, Salah. Whacked in the face there with the ball as Heaven just plays it back to Seri Lammers. Well, they have certainly adjusted from the early moments, Liverpool. It was very clear that Gakpo was playing as the centre forward from the start. He's come to the left, and it's more of a two with Szoboszlai and Weerts now, the two central for Liverpool. Canati again overrunning his ball, but it will be retrieved by Curtis Jones. He's got Andy Robertson on the switch. Goes for that switch, and Robertson takes a touch inside and ends up giving the ball away. Dragged there by McAllister on Mbeumo. They want the foul. They're not going to get a foul. Darren England says no. A couple of times United have wanted a foul and the referees waved it away. Maybe feeling they're going down a little easily here, the United players, does the referee, from what the moment is being done. It's a nice ball through the middle. Gakpo gone central now. Runs into a number of United bodies, but a slip there by Maguire. Frimpong trying to dribble his way through, but runs into Luke Shaw. And goes down there, Jeremy Frimpong. I don't know whether the referee's given a free kick or he's just stopped the game, but the game is paused for the moment. See how Frimpong is. He felt he was challenged. See this again. Yeah, there's nothing in that. They both kind of just knock feet. There's nothing in that whatsoever. Frimpong, maybe a bit of pain from it, but certainly not a foul. 36 minutes gone. Man United 2, Liverpool 0. Liverpool 2-0 down from 14 minutes. Nothing. I mean, they're showing that moment where the second goal was given. A call over for handball. Does it come off the fingers of Šeško? Maybe just, but I mean, that is minuscule. But by the letter of the law, a handball, intentional or accidental, in the direct lead up to a goal by the goal scorer, should be disallowed. But clearly didn't see the handball there, VAR, and not enough to give that as handball. And there's a flag up here for offside, I think, against Brian Mbeumo. Well, Liverpool have steadied the ship a little bit in this first half, but they've been by far second best. So no doubt about that. But if they can get to half-time with just 2-0 down, reset, maybe nick a goal in the second half, you never know, something can happen. But 2-0 down, they're in a really difficult spot. McAllister. Frimpong to Curtis Jones. Right to Szoboszlai. Right back to Gravenberch. And Konate. Virgil van Dijk. To Weerts. Wide to Gakpo. Robertson's gone infield, but Gakpo has no real options as he's doubled up on here. Has to go back to his captain, Virgil van Dijk. Szoboszlai. Jones having to work it all the way back infield and then work it out wide to Szoboszlai again. Works the angle of space, finds Gravenberch in an area. Wide to Frimpong, who's straight offside. And after all of that, Liverpool mess it up again. But this is kind of the point. They play nice football, Liverpool, at times. That was a decent spell of possession, but I mean, silly things like just being offside when you just don't need to be, just ruins the momentum. There's a lack of mentality, a lack of confidence. Not even confidence, concentration is what I was looking for. They just drift from the game and then expect things to fall for them. You have to be 100% switched on at any given moment. You never know what might fall your way. You have to be alert. Just seem like a side that are always a bit dazed, Liverpool, by everything that happens. Now a bit of pressure here. Cunha in behind, couldn't find the ball through. Nicely done, lovely turn on the ball there by Curtis Jones. Finds Weerts in a tight space, tries to let it off to Frimpong, but he pulled back. Luke Shaw trying to get to the ball, and that's a free kick. Certainly not the best first half from Jeremy Frimpong by any stretch of the imagination. Ticked down by Gakpo, but he gets caught. That's going to be a foul. Brandon Mbeumo with the challenge. McAllister. Szoboszlai. Jones. Bates. Nice turn from Gravenberch, and the shot right down the throat of Sene Lamans. Again, it's where Liverpool have found their joy already this afternoon. Shots from range. All three of their shots have been outside the box. Jones's ball. He tried to find the run of Cody Gakpo there, but just overcooked it there. The Liverpool auxiliary right back. Switch ball here, and Bomo all the space again. Time to lift one over the top. Šeško on the end of it, took it down, and just enough there for Curtis Jones to eke it away from danger. Gravenberch. Nice little 1-2s, but Frimpong again is really clumsily giving it away. And now here come Manchester United down the left hand side. It's clipped across the threat of the back post. Robertson gets it half clear. Back to Mbeumo. Swung into the back post, and that's too deep. Goal kick. Liverpool need to hope that it's only 2-0 at half time. And United have found a little bit of rhythm in the last few minutes. There's Mo Salah, of course, not fit enough to be involved today, but he is and has made the trip to Old Trafford, a place that he's called his own, really, over the last number of seasons. Since he joined Liverpool, he's loved his trips to Old Trafford. Mo Salah would have made the difference surely today if he was involved, but not involved, so 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. No, Man United have won the back-to-back Premier League games before this against Brentford and Chelsea. They've actually only lost one of their last 11 home league games. That was at home to Leeds. At the start of last month, 2-1 win for Leeds here against 10-man Manchester United. Only home defeat for United since the end of November. Fernandes, Casemiro, Cunha couldn't find it as it drops. Woodman gets a block and hooks it clear, but Liverpool were at 6s and 7s there again. Defending straight out of a comedic sketch. I mean, it's terrible. Flick ball over the top, right the way through to Woodman. I don't understand what the defensive instructions are for Liverpool. Last minute of the first half. Robertson to Van Dijk, now Konate. Good press here, Jones. Virgil van Dijk. So Boschlei to Weerts. Into Gravenberch, who's got the shot on here. He goes to his left. Shot blocked. Drops here for Gakpo. Now Jones deflected. Blocked and cleared away. And the flag was up, I think, anyway. And Harry Maguire's down. An issue for Harry Maguire. As we edge into the added time of the first half. 4 added minutes at the end of this first period. And Harry Maguire is still in pain here. And Yoro Nasir Mazraoui options off the bench, but Maguire straight back up, springs back to his feet. Should be fine. Bit of a painful one, but nothing else other than that, as we see it again from the Weerts effort. whacks Harry Maguire in the head. It's a firm whack to get directly to your head. Van Dijk with the dominant header. Flicked on by Szoboszlai. Frimpong's got the pace to chase, but Aidan Heaven. Fantastic individual defending there. Slides in and wins it ahead of Frimpong. Nice play again here from United. They're moving with groove. Here they come again. Fernandes. Deflected over the top. Corner it will be. Konate hit the block. Fluidity from Manchester United, I have to say, has been fantastic, but their movement between the lines has been really strong. In possession, they've been really, really strong. And on the counter-attack, on the break, Liverpool in those wide areas look non-existent. There's no one there. Gaping holes either side of the Liverpool defence. Can they snatch a third before the half, United? That would really be a killer to Liverpool before the break. There's options in there. Maguire, Casemiro's headed in a few this season. Corner taken short to the edge of the box, and Bomo closed out. Tried to go for the unique effort there, United. Dalot will recycle it. Fernandes swung it in again. Back out to Casemiro. And Freddie Woodman with the save, but he was offside anyway there, Casemiro. Yeah, tried to go for the one straight off the training ground. Swung to the edge of the box. Well closed out by Liverpool, but recycled by Dalot. And then Fernandes' cross. Maguire and Casemiro were both offside there. Ultimately, a free kick to the visitors. Just over a minute to go of the first half. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 0. Woodman with a long kick up the field. Looking for Gakpo. Turned by Dalot and taken in by Maguire. Heavy touch there by Fernandes, and bundled over was McAllister. It's a Liverpool free kick. Van Dijk across to Konate. Back to Virgil van Dijk. Jones. McAllister. Curtis Jones. Wide it goes to Szoboszlai. Go try the early cross. Blocked a few yards away from him by Kobbie Mainoo. Back to Konate here. Comes the ball. Jones back to Konate. Time running out, and it is up for the first half. So a first half of horrors really for Liverpool, certainly from the first 15 minutes. A first half really to forget for the Reds, but for Manchester United, an incredible start. Cunha find the opener from the second phase of a corner after just 6 minutes, and Benjamin Šeško inadvertently, after the Freddie Woodman save, knocked it in for 2-0. Didn't know much about it, but at half-time, it is certainly not a scoreline that flatters Manchester United. It is well-deserved, and Liverpool are lucky that it is only 2-0 at the break. Half-time, it's Manchester United 2, Liverpool 0. Sure, one last kick. This is going to be it. This is the moment. Vicario kicks this. And Liverpool are there! Liverpool are Premier League champions! And there it comes! Crystal Palace, for the very first time in their history, are FA Cup winners! Oh, he's found the net! Oh, what a goal! Kvaratskhelia is through, wants to add a fourth, and does so. Ahmad, oh my goodness me! That is absolutely unbelievable. Rice again. Oh! You thought he couldn't beat the first one. He's gone and battered it. Another whip ball in. The header is in by Virgil van Dijk. Incredible.
Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Welcome back to Premier League Live half-time at Old Trafford. It is Manchester United 2, Liverpool 0 at the break. Elsewhere this weekend, Leeds with 3-1 winners against Burnley. Brentford 3-0 against West Ham, who are struggling against relegation. Newcastle back to winning ways for the first time in a while, beating in-form Brighton by 3-1 at St James's Park. It was Wolves 1, Sunderland 1 at Molineux. Sunderland down to 10 in that game. Arsenal made easy work of Fulham yesterday, winning by 3-0. And Bournemouth by the same scoreline over Crystal Palace, looking to go very much in the conversation of the top six, and they lead the way in that run, Bournemouth, with that 3-0 victory. Still to come this weekend, Aston Villa take on Spurs. Can Spurs find themselves out of the bottom three by the end of tonight? If they win at Villa, they will be outside the drop zone. And Aston Villa looking to take the charge and keep at the toes of Manchester United if they can win against Spurs here this evening. Also tomorrow on Bank Holiday Monday, it's a 3 o'clock kickoff at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea against Nottingham Forest. And at 8 o'clock, it's Everton hosting Manchester City to round off match day 35 in the Premier League. And confirmation that we will have that Everton-Man City game live for you tomorrow, 8 o'clock on LFS. What a big second half to come at Old Trafford. Manchester United came flying out of the traps in the first 15 minutes. They took a 2-goal lead. There was contention over the second goal, but harsh would have been to disallow it, and some thinking for Arne Slot to do. The second half is on the way, just a second. Welcome back to Premier League Live. Now, we are hearing that quite unfortunately and quite an unsavoury situation to talk about at half-time. Sir Alex Ferguson, we saw the shots of Kenny Dalglish, Ian Rush, of course, all the usual greats of these two football clubs come to watch this game. Well, Sir Alex Ferguson would have been here, but he has been taken to hospital by feeling unwell at the moment. So he's been taken from Old Trafford to hospital, and we wish him all the very best to one of the greats of this football club, Sir Alex Ferguson. As Manchester United making a half-time change, Ahmad is coming on, and Benjamin Šeško is off, and he's limping there in the sidelines, so that's a little bit of an issue for Man United. So a half-time alteration. Oh, and a little bit of a worry here right from the off for Liverpool as Konate eked that behind for a corner, and Bomo was in again there right away. Again, it's a long ball, and this again, Van Dijk got it all wrong. And Brian Mbeumo was in, and Konate had to make the block, but again, Liverpool far from convincing defensively. It's not a good sign that within 20 seconds you've conceded a corner. Less than 20 seconds. Corner to United. Start the half then. Swung in with the left foot. Back post. Queuing up was Maguire, who heads it wide. Couldn't get that one on target. Harry Maguire. Of course, he scored the winner in the reverse fixture back at Anfield earlier this season. Harry Maguire came very close there to adding his name to the score sheet again. Here's Weerts for Liverpool. Again, trying to run through bodies, but he couldn't on that occasion. Too many in his way. Dalot, lovely bits of skill, finds Ahmad on this right. Flick back to Dalot. Well, I was a little bit surprised to see that Man United were the only team making a change at half-time. Albeit Liverpool don't have major options to bring off the bench youngsters the most in an attacking sense. Probably Federico Chiesa, the most experienced. Oh, that's a cheap giveaway by United. Here's Szoboszlai. Takes it on himself. Dominik Szoboszlai! And he gets one back for Liverpool. And a mistake by United. Punished by Szoboszlai. And Liverpool are back in the game all of a sudden. I said in the first half, if Liverpool can snatch a goal, this game is far from over. It was a mistake by United, pounced upon by Liverpool. I mean, it's a poor ball across the area, across the midfield by Ahmad. Szoboszlai goes all on his own here, and he just tucks it in the far corner. Nicely done by Szoboszlai, and that surely will ignite Liverpool all of a sudden. And that little bit of positivity that Liverpool need from the player who's undoubtedly been their best all season in what has been a season of poor results, poor performances from all the players in red. Well, it's Szoboszlai again. No surprise that he is lifting Liverpool up and giving them a bit of hope here at Old Trafford, as that's a late challenge on Frimpong by Shaw. That's going to get him a yellow card, the first yellow card of the game for Luke Shaw. See it here, Frimpong did well, just took that little toe touch, took it away from Shaw. And Shaw in the book, 8th yellow card of the season for Luke Shaw. Man United have a free kick to defend. Andy Robertson is the one over this. It's on the right hand side. And Robertson's a left footer, of course, so it will be an interesting angle that this will be delivered in. What can Robertson do here? Left-footed, swung to the back post, and that's going to sail its way through and out to a goal kick. Yeah, too much on it there from Andy Robertson. Liverpool on the press here. United a little bit loose with the play again. McAllister finding Frimpong, who's bundled over once more, and this time Kobbie Mainoo with a challenge. That's going to be a free kick. And all of a sudden, with Liverpool that goal, they sprung into life here. We talk about it all the time. Goals change games. That Liverpool goal has swung this all of a sudden. Andy Robertson with another free kick here on this right hand side. First one was sailed through the back post for a goal kick. What can he deliver this time? Swung it a little bit more narrow. Flick on is cleared away. Gravenberch battles, and he lost his battle, and now Mbeumo might break on the counter. Lovely touch from Mbeumo, but he's smuggled up and smothered, and Liverpool have the ball. Szoboszlai trying skills and errors he probably shouldn't there. And that's a ball over the top. Ahmad's on the chase, but the ball might just outrun him. Goal kick it will be, but space was there. Ultimately, too much from Casemiro on that ball. You see this again for the Liverpool goal. It's Ahmad. He just comes back across his midfield, but he tries to play it to find Aidan Heaven. I think that was the intended target. In the end, it's given away. Well done back by Szoboszlai. And then the individual run from Szoboszlai, I mean, it's fantastic. And then to find the finish, really nicely done. Tucked in the far corner. Beautiful from Dominik Szoboszlai, but here come Liverpool breaking away. Gakpo, Szoboszlai trying to find it in behind, will get the rebound and then tripped over as he tried to break forward. Mainoo, Ahmad. Dalot back, worked inside to Casemiro. Heaven. Good block there by Jones, stepping in at the right time, and now Gakpo's breaking. He's found the gaps. Gakpo challenged well, but Liverpool retrieved the ball again quickly. McAllister. All of a sudden, a nervy tension has rung around Old Trafford that was jubilant from the first half. That Liverpool goal has just unnerved a few inside this stadium. Seen Liverpool do it before. Battle back against them, but Liverpool actually, there was a stat that I was going to read out. Liverpool haven't come from 2-0 down at half-time in a Premier League game since 2008, so it's been 18 years. That's a ball in behind. Beautifully plucked out of the air, and Bamo! Oh, he's hit the post. Flag was up anyway, but tried the audacious one there, Brian Mbeumo. What a touch by Fernandes, by the way. He was offside, but what a touch. Fabulous. Liverpool helped by the flag on that occasion. An example, though, that if they time it right, United, they can impose themselves on Liverpool still. Very much so. Threat still remains on the break. Here's Jones. McAllister back to Curtis Jones. Waiting for the right moment. Szoboszlai to Virgil van Dijk. Now Robertson. Back to Van Dijk. Played it back to Freddie Woodman. Now Van Dijk again. Back to Woodman again. Van Dijk playing the ball into Gravenberch. To Konate as they work it well down the right. Here with Frimpong. Into Ryan Gravenberch now. A bit more composed, Liverpool with the ball. McAllister out to the left, finding Robertson. Has to return it back to the Argentinian. As Liverpool eke themselves further up the field. Jones. Down the line to Frimpong. Jones. Konate. Back to Curtis Jones, playing right back, of course. And Connor Bradley and Jeremy Frimpong would be the backup right back, but he's deputising at right wing, of course, with no Mo Salah. That's nice play in between the lines. So Szoboszlai to Wirtz, who tried to tuck it, and it wasn't too far away. Went direct there, Florian Wirtz, and just struck it wide of the left post again. Working in between the lines nicely. Little 1-2 with him and Szoboszlai, and he tried to go with the instep of his right foot, just slightly curled wide of the left post at the last second. Tried to measure it well there. Wirtz. Oh, what's the keeper done here? And Liverpool find the nets. Cody Gakpo. Another Man United mistake. And another one pounced on by Liverpool. And their 2-goal lead is gone. How on earth has this happened? Manchester United were cruising their way to victory against their rivals, and a mistake upon mistake in this second half, and Michael Carrick's lead for his side has come crashing down. The goalkeeper making an absolute meal of this. What on earth is the idea there? He tries to find it to Casemiro, but he plays it far too narrow, far too straight. Sene Lammens, pounced upon by McAllister. So Szoboszlai laid it off, and Gakpo with an empty net to find makes it 2-2. How are Liverpool back in this game? How are United? How have they fallen away like this? How has this game gone like this? All of a sudden, 2 United mistakes, 2 Liverpool goals, and we're back on level pegging. I did not expect this game to go this way. There's still a lot on the line here. Kobbie Mainoo into the box, nicely challenged by Konate. It's Liverpool in the ascendancy. That was a little bit loose. Szoboszlai tried to find one of Weerts or Frimpong. Played it between the two, and he worked it well there physically to see it out for the throw. And we kind of questioned. I looked a little bit strangely when I saw substitutions at half-time and thought, Liverpool have made some changes, but they kept the same 11. Maybe it was a stroke of genius from Arne Slot. I'd have thought that would be what we would say coming into this second half. They've just been a little bit more dogged, Liverpool. A little bit more physical. We've won it here. Jones tried to play it in behind. Caught there was Frimpong. He's gone down and stayed down, but the referee said it was a fair challenge. He stayed down, Frimpong. Liverpool have a bit of defending to do here with Fernandes bursting down the left. Swung it in with pace, and Burmo's effort skied over the crossbar. Well, Frimpong's left in a heap at the other end of the field. See this ball from Curtis Jones. He just kind of runs into Aidan Heaven. Yeah, it's really strong defending. I have to say, that's really strong play by Aidan Heaven. There's not a foul in that. Just muscles his man out of the way. It's strong, strong defending. Liverpool are going to make a change here. Milos Kerkez is going to replace Andy Robertson. So a change at left back. Robertson off. Kerkez on. Robertson's last appearance as a Liverpool player at Old Trafford. Of course, will leave the club at the end of the season. Milos Kerkez on for Liverpool. With over 31 minutes of this game to go, it's Man United 2, Liverpool 2. One ball from Freddie Woodman. Header won by Dallo. Second ball taken down by Gravenberch. He's done well to control it in the middle there. Kerkez with his first touch plays it back to his goalkeeper. Woodman fires it down the right channel. Frimpong just couldn't do enough there to keep it in play. It's a difficult ball to try and control. Throw in for Manchester United. As we hit the hour mark inside Old Trafford, if you'd have told anybody that on the hour mark it would be 2-2 at half time, they would have checked you into a mental hospital. No one could have seen this coming. How well Man United played in that first half, how lethargic Liverpool looked at times, certainly going forward. Defensively incredibly open, and that is continuing. I have to say, they haven't been solid defensively, Liverpool, but they've tightened up a little bit. But the first 20 seconds of the half really showed that they just aren't completely watertight, Liverpool. Far from it. So there's still goals in this one, certainly believe that, but both sides committing some silly errors defensively, mistakes in possession that have cost them. Switch ball there, beautifully taken in, but blocked well by Kerkez against Fernandes. Will be a United throw though. And the sides drew 2-2 here in the last game that Jurgen Klopp took charge against Man United for Liverpool. Liverpool took the lead through Luis Diaz, Fernandes and Mainoo turned it around to 2-1 before Mo Salah's late penalty found the Liverpool leveller in that game. One of only 2 times in the last 5 that Liverpool have come to Old Trafford and failed to win. Here's Szoboszlai in between the lines again, finding Frimpong out to the right. On his own a little bit there as he tries to swing it across, and it's wonderfully found. Here's Gakpo. He gets the shot off, and the deflection takes it for the corner. Well, that was wonderful from Frimpong. He was all on his own. Swung it fabulously to Weerts on the opposite side. He just cushioned it to Gakpo, who had to turn, and then got the shot off, blocked by Maguire over the top for the corner. And that's Liverpool's first corner of the game. Szoboszlai strolled over to this left-hand side to take this corner. The man who got Liverpool back in the game at the start of the half has Liverpool's first corner of the whole 62 minutes we've seen so far. Referee making sure that the ball's in the right spot. I love it when they do that. They come over, they check on the corner, because you have to make sure it's right. Swung in by Szoboszlai, header away at the front post by Casemiro. Not only in attacking corners, he can get his head to the ball. Szoboszlai with a reverse. Van Dijk got his head to the ball, but couldn't direct it past Sene Lammens with much pace. Doing the pressing here from the front there from Van Dijk. I don't think that's his strength. Definitely not. Well, look at the gaps in behind. And the challenge from Kerkez. Ultimately, the shot from Mbeumo's well over the top, but I mean, Virgil van Dijk was pressing from the front, and you just kind of think Van Dijk and Konate took too much time to get back, and Kerkez all on his own there. Tried his best. Ultimately, the Mbeumo shot was over the target, but over the bar. But from Liverpool defensively again, the 2 centre-backs still riding on the high of being up for a corner, not rushing back. We will have a goal kick here. 25 minutes or so to go. Man United 2, Liverpool 2 here at Old Trafford. McAllister. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai. Oh, what challenge there, but Mbeumo's touch seen it out for the Liverpool throw. Well, I have to say, Arne Slot, I said it a few minutes ago when Liverpool scored the second. I don't know how they've done this, but they have. Whether it was a tactical switch, whether they've really looked at the space and I mean, look, we were saying in that first half, Liverpool get their shots off early from range. They contest Man United, and we saw that. Their opportunities came from when they shot from the edge of the box, not trying to work it into an area in the box. And maybe they've just built upon that from the first half, that they've been able to exploit those spaces a lot more and found ways to get them into those right areas. But, I mean, you can't account for Man United's mistakes that have led to these 2 goals. There's no doubt in that. A mistake by Ahmad to give the ball away. Szoboszlai with a wonderful solo run to make it 2-1. And then a mistake by the goalkeeper. A little bit of build-up play and Gakpo striking into an empty net. So, been given a helping hand, Liverpool, but he certainly needed a lot of help to get back into it. Kerkez, deep cross. Frimpong tried to connect, but struck it wide on the volley. Well, that Cody Gakpo goal was his 50th in Liverpool colours. If you remember, all the way back when Liverpool beat Man United 7-0 at Anfield, Cody Gakpo scored his first Liverpool goal against Manchester United. He also scored his second in that game as well. Scored 2 against United in that game. So a full circle moment for the Dutchman. 3 years on from his first foray against United. He's added a half-century of goals in his Liverpool career. Here's Gravenberch drifting forward. He was caught late there by Cunha. And that's going to be a free kick. He looks gobsmacked there, the Man United player. That being a foul. Yeah, he was late there on Gravenberch. Was smart again. Took the touch away before the player made contact. Nicely done by Ryan Gravenberch. Liverpool with another free kick. A quarter of this game to go. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 2. So Boschlei with this free kick. So Boschlei, right-footed, swung to the back post, and it's off the line and cleared away just about. Well, there was a couple in there and a real myriad of bodies trying to get on the end of it. And somehow it's escaped away from danger from United. That was very aggressive there from Diogo Dalot. To the Liverpool throw. See this again. So Boschlei's ball to the back post. It's all onside in there. I don't know if Van Dijk is the one to make contact. Sene Lammens with a big save to make the stop, but Liverpool were in again, and here they come with Frimpong. Trying to get the better of Shaw. He's helped out there defensively by Cunha, but Frimpong battling. And Frimpong winning the Liverpool throw. Off Matthijs Cunha. Right out the corner flag. Taking it quickly. Back to Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones. Finding space for Gravenberch now. Frimpong. Inside to Szoboszlai. McAllister. Gravenberch trying to feint one in behind for Frimpong, and Shaw a little bit nervous there. Hooks it behind for the corner. Just over 20 minutes to go. Liverpool with another corner. And in the ascendancy, try and snatch a lead here, which is incredible to believe. So Boschlei to take this. Taking all the set pieces by the first couple of free kicks. Swung in. Back post it goes. Cleared away by Fernandez back there defending. Ahmad on the press against Liverpool. Easily given back to Freddie Woodman in the Liverpool goal. He tries to go for the switch. So Boschlei the target, cut out by Cunha, and Bomo trying to find a bit of space. Tracked by Gravenberch. And the challenge by Szoboszlai to see it out for the throw. Well, when leading at half-time at Old Trafford, Man United have never lost in the league since May 1984. 398 games. They've led at half-time without losing. Only 35 times they've drawn, but over 360 times when leading at the break, they've went on to win or draw. They've never lost from a half-time Old Trafford lead in the Premier League in its history, in this competition's history, and it goes beyond that, back to 1984. It's one of the most long-standing records in English football that still remains. That's a proud record that Man United hold. It's at risk here a little bit, but still it remains 2-2. This game could go either way between now and the final whistle. That's the thing. Both sides have made a solitary change. Šeško having to come off at half-time for Ahmad. Robertson replaced by Kirkez for Liverpool. Fernandez, free kick into the box. The header! Right down the throat of Freddie Woodman from Casemiro. Well, if there's ever a player in Man United colours you want on the end of a free kick with a header in the box, it's Casemiro. And he couldn't put a direction on it, just straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. That might have reignited a bit of belief in United all of a sudden. Here is Shaw. Fernandez again pinging one. Spins out to the right for Ahmad. Space emerging here for United as they've regrouped a little bit. Had to ride a little bit of a wave in this second half. Fernandez swung around. Van Dijk's header. Not away. That's cleared off the line. Goodness me, Gravenberch was in the mix. Jones. Goodness me. This game is chaos, by the way. McAllister just about finding it out to Kierkegaard. He's got space on the left here for Liverpool. Weerts. Hacked down there by Fernandez. That's going to be a Liverpool free kick. Fernandez incessantly denies all wrongdoing there. He was late. And it is a foul. Looks like there's some movement from the Liverpool bench. Rio Ungamoa is ready and stripped. So we'll see what comes of that in a moment. Who will he come on for as well? Well, Szoboszlai with this free kick. It's about 27 yards out, so well within his range. He's put a couple into the net this season from similar range, but much more straight on, those ones. This one far to the left. Whether he'll go direct or he's got options in there. He's got Konate, he's got Van Dijk, got Gravenberch and Gakpo all in the mix there for Liverpool. Actually, Gravenberch's on the edge of the box. His body's in the mix if he wants to go. Or he could go direct here, Szoboszlai. He's gone on his own to give Liverpool a goal already. Szoboszlai with this free kick. Right-footed. Hits the wall in front of him. All that anticipation for that anticlimax. Kierkegaard pings forward with a switch. Header won by Shaw. Liverpool on the back foot all of a sudden as Curtis Jones dragging back his man. That's going to be a free kick. And Jones, the first Liverpool player to receive a yellow card. Was pulled there on Matej Cunha. So substitution in coming then. Rio Ungamoa is going to replace Ryan Gravenberch. Or Jeremy Frimpong, sorry, apologies, wrong number. Jeremy Frimpong, so Ungamoa for Frimpong. Youngster on again, he's already scored a couple for Liverpool. Of course, scored at Anfield, his first Anfield goal in a 2-0 win over Fulham a few weeks ago. His only other Premier League goal was at St James's Park when he scored the 100th minute winner for Liverpool to win 3-2. Man United are going to make a change as well. Patrick Dorgu is going to replace Brian Mbeumo for the last 15 minutes here at Old Trafford. Is there a winner in this? And if there is, which way will it go? Because that is where we are at the minute. We have no idea which way this game could swing. It could go one way or the other between now and the final whistle. And there's a stat. The youngest ever player, Rio Ungamoa, to play against Man United as a Liverpool player. Beats Raheem Sterling's record from 2012. Konate. Working it to Szoboszlai. Back heel finds Ryan Gravenberch quite audaciously there. It's McAllister going for the long ball here. Nicely dealt with by Dalot and Maguire to cut that out, that threat of the run of Kierkegaard. Kierkegaard's right onto the back of his man. Man United still keep a hold of the ball for the moment. Here's Kobbie Mainoo. Shaw. Dorgu clipped that there by Ungamoa, but kept it on and finds Mainoo. Cunha waits his ball in behind, finds Shaw in the overlap. Shaw's deep ball to the back post, headed down, and McAllister got something. Then Mainoo! rifles it into the bottom left corner. 3-2. Manchester United all the way back in front. What a finish by Mainu. And Manchester United have got another goal. From 2-0 up, back to 2-2. They had to make it entertaining, didn't they? And Caoimhan Mainu makes it 3-2. They had to give us an entertaining game. These two always do. But Caoimhan Mainu at the Stratford end. No perfect. No better player. And Manchester United have had to ride a storm in this second half from Liverpool. And it's Mainu who makes it 3-2 to United. But again, they'd recovered a little bit of patience, Man United. They were really frantic from the start. They were getting caught in possession, really sloppy. But Liverpool here, again, just a little bit too easy to break through. Shaw with the cut back across. It's cleared away. Again, it's very similar to the first goal from Manchester United. The poor clearance from Liverpool. And on the edge of the box, it's Mainu. Struck it. He gets there ahead of Szoboszlai's challenge. And a fabulous finish into the bottom left corner. 3-2 United. They're in front again. Liverpool have to chase again. And from fighting to get all the way back, they have thrown it away again, Liverpool. 3-2 United. And that's got this stadium pumping again. Caoimhan Mainu. What a resurgence he's had in this United team, from not getting a sniff under Ruben Amorim to playing and being one of the most reliable players under Michael Carrick, and proven why he should be in this United team. And he's just given another reason as to why. 3-2. This game has been fantastic. And what did I say about Liverpool and concentration earlier? Concentration levels just a little low. And again, you can't let that happen at Old Trafford against Man United. Have to be 100% all the time. They were caught out in the first half, Liverpool. They've been caught out there again. And now Arne Slot's team, who did all the work to fight the way back, they have to find it again. McAllister and Szoboszlai beaten to the ball, but Ungamoa does well to win it back. McAllister tried to return the favour. Nicely blocked there by Mainu. Out for the Liverpool throw. Ungamoa with a fabulous endeavour to win the ball back there for Liverpool, and he did really well. Szoboszlai. Konate to Ungamoa. Drifting off the right. Gravenberch was ushered out of the way, and now Liverpool are all open at the back. They've given away lots of space. This could finish it now. Dorgu in a tangle with Jones, but there's nothing in that. And Szoboszlai, whoa, that was a tackle and a half from Bruno Fernandes. It's a late one, very late one from Fernandes, and he's going to get a yellow card. He's complaining there, the Man United captain, but he can't complain. That's a really late cynical challenge on Szoboszlai. He's right to go for the ball, but he's really late there on the Hungarian. He's got nowhere near the ball. Ooh. Yeah, it's a yellow card at least for Bruno Fernandes. At least. Liverpool were, I mean, the space, the amount of bodies that Liverpool had up the field, and they were caught out massively there. They were very lucky. Jones works it into a nice area, finds McAllister, and now Liverpool might be away here. They've got room to manoeuvre. Out to the left it comes. Ungamoa gonna go for the shot. He got the shot off with such power, but just didn't have the accuracy on the end of it. Wonderful. Wonderful from Ungamoa. This player is just 17, is fabulous. I mean, that is cracking. Onto his right foot. And he spun it and curled it wide, but the power on it was fabulous. Sene Lamans to lump it long. Canati with the first header. Aidan Heaven with the second, and it will bounce behind the Liverpool defence into the hands of Freddie Woodman, who quickly bowls it out to his captain, Virgil van Dijk. 7.5 minutes then of normal time here at Old Trafford. Man United 3, Liverpool 2. Gravenberch on the half turn was Gakpo sliding in to win the challenge. McAllister, Szoboszlai sliding too. Just stolen away by Man United. Here's Weerts on the right, back to Jones. Lifts it into the box, a little high, headed away by Shaw. Gravenberch's touch there, pass, whatever it was, deflected. It's kept in play, and Jones gets very tangled up there with his feet, but he's helped with that poor ball from Fernandez. Liverpool retrieve possession again. Gakpo. Gakpo just about found it to Gravenberch. Switch ball out to De Weerts, onto his left. Lochy and Weerts. Wide it goes to Jones. Liverpool prodding around the area. Everybody back for United, but can they find a little bit of a space here, Liverpool? Weerts. Szoboszlai. No one wants to cross. Szoboszlai opened it up there and opened up too much, but Liverpool will keep the possession. One back by Kirkez. Now down the left is Ungamoa. 3 in his way. Ungamoa plays a pass, and the shot from Gakpo right down the throat of the goalkeeper. Patient from Liverpool, and they did get their shot off, but the shot was tame from Cody Gakpo. Well, a really impressive game, I have to say. Not in terms of defensively, but in terms of the chaos of a Man United Liverpool game. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Heaven was out-muscled there. It will be a Liverpool throw. Weerts back to Jones. A bit of urgency needed here from Liverpool, but not too frantic to give it away here cheaply. Gravenberch is going to have to give away the free kick, and he might get a yellow card there, Cody Gakpo, for his challenge on Casemiro. He will. So that's another booking. His third of the season for Gakpo. Looks like Joshua Zirkzee is getting himself ready on the bench here for United. Free kick, spun out to the left. Shaw takes the touch, finding it inside. Dorgu trying to fire it across, blocked by Konate and then cleared by Jones. Taken down by Weerts. He does find it to Szoboszlai. He gets a little bit too easy on the eye with the ball and gives it away. McAllister diving in, gives away the space. And now Mainu breaking forward again. Eased away by Gravenberch. And now Gakpo trying to break. Finds Rio Ungamoa. Isolated onto this left channel. He skips and drives past players for fun. Still finds a way through. Ungamoa to the byline and just run out of room. He tried ever so hard there, Rio Ungamoa. Did everything he could to try and get Liverpool into a dangerous area. Still, no way in the end that he could get the cup back before the ball had crossed the byline. And Matej Cunha, who feels like a lifetime ago that he scored the first goal of this game. He's coming off and he's going to be replaced by Joshua Zirkzee. And Liverpool have made a late change as well. Ibrahima Konate is coming off for Federico Chiesa. So a late last throw of the dice really from Arne Slot to try and snatch something out of this game. Jack Pope trying to link everything up between the middle there, but hooked away by Dalot. And Dogu and Zirkzee were battling for the ball there, but the foul on Gravenberg. Liverpool take the free kick and quickly. McAllister to Kirkez. Is there more late drama? These two always give us something to behold, a game to enjoy. Lots of goals today. Liverpool trying to snatch a late equaliser if they can to rescue a point. Man United with the lead. Rio Ngamoa with the pace here against Dalot. Dalot with a good challenge, but Ngamoa is ever so effervescent to try and keep the pressure on, and he wins it back well. The 17-year-old has come on and really lit up that left-hand side. His endeavour is absolutely incredible. Never gives up on anything, Rio Ngamoa. Such a young player to have such a quality, such an early age of his career. Something to really behold. As Weerts guides that one back to Freddie Woodman as Liverpool recycle. It's all Liverpool to push for the equaliser. Try and find that third goal. That was a little bit sloppy from McAllister. Now Zirkzee down the right it comes. Man United just need to keep it up this end of the field. Fourth would certainly finish the game off. Here's Patrick Dorgu with space. He's told to shoot by the crowd and does, and drags it well wide. Well off target there as we enter the last minute of the 90. We'll see how long will be added on. Remember, Man United trying to do the league double over Liverpool. Haven't done that since the 15-16 season. 10 years ago, Wayne Rooney scored the winner at Anfield. Back in January 2016, that was the last time Man United did the league double over the Reds. And they are a couple of minutes of added time away from doing it here this season. And they won the throw in there down the left. Harry Maguire with the challenge. 90 minutes are up, and there will be 5 added minutes then. 5 minutes between the two. Trying to break. He stood in the way there. Luke Shaw just stood there to win the ball back. And Kirkez wrestling Ahmad to the ground. That's going to be a United free kick. Just kind of feels like Liverpool have lost their rhythm massively now. And you kind of just feel that Man United have edged it and seemingly find that winning goal that will do the job. Get them done and dusted. Liverpool, of course, will have to fight another day. They've got Chelsea at home next Saturday. A trip to Aston Villa before Brentford at home on the final day. So not easy games for Liverpool between now and the end of the season. Manchester United have a trip to Sunderland next week. Then Forest at home in their final home game before a trip to Brighton on the final day. Their final 3 league games. And it seems like their season objectives will be done here. They only need a point out of this game to secure Champions League football next season. It looks like they might be getting all 3. Ngamoa plays a lovely ball for Kirkez, deflected across into the hands of Sene Lamens. A nice ball by Ngamoa. Cut back from Kirkez, blocked and deflected into the palms of the Man United goalkeeper. Three and a half minutes of the 5 added to go. Liverpool on the push. United trying to hold on. Which one will bear fruit? Which one will provide the ultimate moment. Or have we already seen the ultimate moment in this game? Wirtz, Jones, McAllister, Gravenberch. So used to seeing Konate back there. Of course, he was subbed off for Federico Chiesa, who we haven't seen very much of so far. Jones, too patient there from Liverpool. Just need to be a little bit sharper. Time is ticking. So Boschlei, Gravenberch, United compact and deep. Liverpool trying to get them out of their shape and get them into a tough spot to try and exploit. No way through Man United at the moment. Chiesa making a deeper run to try and help get onto the ball. And Gamoa drifts inside, hanging off the back of a player. Plays it a little behind Szoboszlai. That's not going to help Liverpool's momentum. Wirtz here gets a bit of a luck on the bounce. Roll back by Gakpo. Wirtz lays it out to the left. Chiesa trying to dribble his way through. Chiesa swings it across and sailed over the head of Virgil van Dijk, who got himself in the mix there. And now they've got to track back Liverpool, as Dorgu was dragged down, and it's actually going to be a Liverpool free kick as Curtis Jones was brought down in the process. So one last Liverpool free kick with 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Yeah, Dorgu felt that he was fouled by Curtis Jones, but the referee said that Curtis Jones was dragged down first. Then Dorgu went down afterwards, after Jones was fouled by Dorgu. So a free kick to Liverpool then. So Boschlei to take this free kick. Last chance saloon for Liverpool here. Try and snatch a leveller. So Boschlei swung to the back post. Van Dijk was the target. Cleared away. Kierkegaard's his header into the mix. Headed away by Shaw. Chiesa 1v1, sees it out for the throw. He wastes no time in taking. Wirtz. And Chiesa will have the last touch there. Fernandes with a fabulous challenge. Out for the United throw, and that should be the game. Done and dusted. So Boschlei and Chiesa a little bit frustrated with each other. But that should be that, really, I'd have to say. Man United going to make a late change. Just to eke out the rest of the seconds that remain. Fernandes replacing Lenny Yoro. Referee telling him the clock stopped. A reminder for you, Everton Manchester City is our next game. It's tomorrow 8 o'clock on LFS. Takes his sweet time, Bruno Fernandes, and you can't blame him. They are nearly there, Man United. They'll be there in about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, surely. Lenny Yoro is on, and he's trying to give instructions. I mean, it's immaterial at this stage, surely. They've got to throw in. If they keep the possession for at least 10 seconds, the game should be done and dusted. Zirkzee, that's a lovely ball. Here come United. They might be not done, finished scoring yet. Here they come again. Dalot over the crossbar. Could have been 4-2. I think the time's run out here. Freddie Woodman will get this going again, but surely the time is up. McAllister's got all the room he wants to break forward, but there's no time left. The final whistle goes, and Manchester United have done it. The league double over Liverpool for the first time in 10 years, and a win that secures Champions League football once again at Old Trafford. Champions League returns. United are confirmed to be top 5. There's no doubt about that now. And a win over their rivals to add to it. A perfect day at Old Trafford for Man United, when it looked like it could have been crumbling down for them. At the start of the second half, they cruised into a 2-goal lead when Matej Cunha and Benjamin Šeško made it 2-0 quick. Into the second half, though, Liverpool found 2 quick goals to bring it back to 2-2. So Boschlei with the first, Gakpo with the second. But the defining moment was to come at the Stretford end, as it has so many times before for Manchester United. And Kobbie Mainoo stepped up and struck home Man United are winners. Liverpool lose again. But a first loss for them in a couple. Liverpool will have to fight again to battle to get Champions League. They've still work to do in their final 3 league games. Chelsea, Villa and Brentford on the horizon. But there's nothing worse than losing to your rivals, and Liverpool have done it twice this season. Applause for the away fans who stayed with their team despite their struggles in the game. A bright spark, Rio Ungamoa, laid on in the game. He's shown up again. But ultimately, Liverpool on the losing end against United for the second time in a row, for the first time in the league in the same season in 10 years. Final score at Old Trafford, it's finished Manchester United 3, Liverpool 2. And what a game we have seen. These two always entertain when they play each other. What a wonderful day for Man United. Another painful one for Liverpool to take, but how they got back into the game. I mean, it should have been done and dusted by half-time, really, from the way Liverpool played in that first half. But another defeat for Arne Slot. 11 league defeats for Liverpool this season. 8 on the road, so it's a real difficulty for them. They cannot seem to eke out results on the road, Liverpool, this season. And they have lost again. Villa Spurs to come in about an hour and a half's time. That's kicking off from Villa Park. And then we're back tomorrow night. Everton taking on Manchester City tomorrow, 8 o'clock on LFS. But thanks for your company for this one. Man United get the job done. 3 points, a 3-2 victory that looked difficult for them in that second half, but Kobbie Mainoo's winner sealed the deal for the Red Devils, who are striding on, and the Champions League nights at Old Trafford will return next season. Thanks for your company. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.